y'all?
That was your hands?
Yeah, I cracked my knuckles. Was it crazy?
Yes. Hey, everybody.
What's up? Is everybody in up to their their ears in snow? Cause I definitely am.
What's up, Spin Doc?
We in the northeast corridor. What's up, Spin Doc?
We gotta Oh, that's crazy, DA. Cause I'm here too. See, DA's already going. All right, man.
DA. Yes.
Oh, I like
Facts.
Snowmageddon.
Yeah. I probably got about 15 inches right now.
God damn.
Of snow. And they said we finna get about 2 feet, so about 24 inches. So I got a little bit to go. What?
Talking about, I guess, the amount of snow you said.
Hey, yo.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Let me just try to interpret what DA's saying, because he didn't even address me, so.
Yeah, DA, what's
not being assistance today. I'm gonna let you.
Don't be fake today, DA.
Please. It's been a trying week.
Don't be fake. Yeah, this week is
every week, yo. But like, it's getting it's picking up.
It is. I mean, the first month of the year is almost over. Just like that.
Just like that.
Wow.
Jody, what's up? I just seen Jody's she tagged us in the for the recap, I guess, of the games today. We gonna get to it.
I mean, the game I thought was gonna be a good game wasn't.
Oh, well,
yeah, we're gonna talk about it though.
It wasn't.
Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Please tell a friend. If you're on social media right now, if you could give us a repost, that would be fantastic, especially if you're on Twitter. Well, welcome to episode 116 of the 21 Titles Weekly Recap. Yeah, man. The snowstorm edition. Because it's snowing outside. Hey. I can y'all tell me how many inches everybody has like right now? How many inches everybody got? Chantee, how many inches you got?
I don't know. It's high.
I'm just curious.
The snow is high. I'm not gonna lie.
Where everybody is at and how much snow they got.
We got quite a few. I ain't gonna lie. I told you offline. I went back outside. So the first time I went outside today was around 11:30, 11:45. I was like, all right, let me take some, snow off my car, shovel just a little bit. I was like, I'll come back outside later on. And later on was about 5-ish. And
yeah,
it was already turning into ice. It was kind of like hailing, kind of. And it's hot. Nah, the snow is high.
Yeah,
it's high. I don't know how many. It's high. Maybe it's more than 6 inches outside. Maybe 8 or 9.
Okay.
Damn, it's been
Yeah.
Jody said I can't even tell yet. Mama Flag said, "Hey, ladies, snow blower high." Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. But yeah, we getting 2 feet. It's still going out there. I was gonna go outside too, with my kids, and then I just was like, no, um, I should, I should have, right? I should have, but you know, I was in the house enjoying the warmth.
Which is good.
Yeah, and then like on Thursday, I went sledding with them at recess because we go to our little homeschool co-op, so they had me out there doing that already. So I paid my dues this week.
I
Okay,
saw.
I paid my dues. So yeah, y'all. We appreciate y'all coming to our show here on this Snowmageddon. Like Spin Doc has said, I like that. Spin Doc always got, you know, some crazy titles, but worthy for the moment titles for us. So appreciate that as always. But again, we're here as always on Sundays to do three things. First and foremost, if you did not know, Chantee and I are former student athletes. I had the opportunity to be a professional athlete, and we come here to talk about women's sports with a heavy emphasis on women's basketball. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that women's basketball is in every headline, every space at the moment, but um, we've been involved in women's basketball before that. Another kind of like reference, Chantee and I grew up together in the Bronx and played together from little girls up until, until we went to college, pretty much. And I'll even say even like after college, like, still competing on the courts. Not so much now, in our later age, but when we were in our heyday, we were pretty good. And we played against some pretty good people. So coming on here every Sunday and just highlighting, we're gonna do a recap in women's college basketball for this week, Thursday's games, today's a couple of today's games. So expanding women's sports is what we do. Number two, connecting the community to the business of sports. We feel that it's very important to have these conversations about what's going on in the boardrooms, in the courtrooms, because we're in the NIL era of college sports. If you did not know, in 2021, legislation was passed that allowed student athletes to get paid, and now we're seeing that at a high school level. There's still some states that have not passed the laws, but where we're getting to it, where all the states have are passing legislation to allow student athletes in high school to now, to be able to profit off their NIL. So we try to keep you guys in the conversation and in the know about things going on in that realm. And then kind of lastly, we kind of like combine tech and culture, if you want to say. Like there you know, if we don't have tech, we got culture. So just kind of introducing the community to what's going on in the tech world. Like last week, we talked about the Hawks and on court kind of coming together to offer access to low vision and blind individuals at the game. So we kind of talk about things that are kind of cutting edge with technology and kind of integrating that into sport, essentially. And then, leave it off with a little bit of culture. But we'll start off with some sports news and get into some business of sports, NIL, and then finish it off with some culture today. So yeah, let's kick it off, Roxanne.
I'm looking at Spendax.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
No, for sure.
I love it.
Nah, me too. I didn't catch, I guess, to Spendoc's one of his last comments about the Coretta Scott King Classic. I didn't catch I didn't catch all those games.
Right.
But we can get into that shortly. I guess we can start by talking a little bit about NYU, because I don't feel like a lot of people are talking about NYU.
Right.
But they're number one in D3 basketball. Like, they're the team to beat. They have yet to lose. I think it's been maybe 2 seasons since they've gotten an L.
Right.
And not enough people are talking about it. Obviously, we know that, NYU doesn't offer scholarships, D3 basketball. They don't, offer a ton of sports scholarships. And being that they're in New York, oftentimes they're traveling, to and from games using the train and subways.
Mm-hmm.
And in an era of just NIL and everything else, to see this team go this hard, and actually showcase and demonstrate that they're there to hoop. Like, it's just dope to see. And I don't think a lot of people talk about them enough. But what they've been doing on a Division III level needs to be highlighted a lot more. I know that a lot of us focus just on D1 basketball, and
Right.
we should. But there's so many different conferences and hoopers and divisions that have hoopers that also need to be highlighted. So I just wanted to take the time out to give a shout out to NYU and the work that they're doing.
Yeah, that's fine. What are they on, a 76 game winning streak?
Crazy winning streak. crazy winning streak.
Yeah, I mean, if this was UConn again, it would be plastered all over the radar and every mainstream just avenue. But this is really, there's something to win that many games in a row. Like, is to go on any type of win streak really is remarkable. But 76 games is kind of wow. Like, what do they practices look like? Because now it's like they got a chip on their shoulder because they got something to kind of like defend. Like, you don't want to be part of the group that's like, yeah, y'all the ones that broke the streak. But this is a heck of a story though, for sure. I thank you for bringing it to the forefront.
Yeah, and if you're in New York, definitely go check them out. Or even if you're not in New York, if they're playing and it's televised, support them. Right. Catch a game.
Yeah.
Mr. SC Brett.
Yo, Mr. SC.
One thing Mr. SC Brett is going to do, yes, the NYU Violets. Mr. SC Brett,
he's gonna have a take
about Notre Dame.
Anna.
Yo, every time. So I guess we could talk a little bit about Thursday's games, and I guess we could backtrack a little bit to Mondays, because again, I didn't catch the Coretta Scott King games, but we could talk about South Carolina on Thursday. South Carolina got their second loss of the season to Oklahoma. The score was 94-82.
And OT?
It was a good game. It was a good game, but I was shocked. I was a little taken aback.
Yes, please talk about how.
I was taken aback because I was on the phone. Brittany and I was on the phone late on Thursday after this game, about an hour after this game, talking. But I was impressed by Oklahoma's ability to really push the pace from the start of the game. They was moving. Fast break points. I need to get the numbers on fast break points. Wait, no, Oklahoma finished with 15 fast break points and had 50 points in the paint on Thursday, which is insane. There was a few times, and the reason why I was a little taken aback is because I've never seen, and granted, I haven't caught every South Carolina game this season. I haven't. But I haven't seen them get beat back, like running back on defense, like the fast break points. I was shocked to see that.
Right.
Them not running back on defense. And Oklahoma just outrunning them. That was shocking to see. They were getting smoked on defense. Excuse me, they was just jogging back, like I said. Also, Oklahoma out rebounded South Carolina 54-39. 54-39. I know Dawn had an issue with that.
For sure.
Watching was hard. I was like, oh, this is crazy. I also want to give a big shout out to Reagan Beers. Brittany and I discussed this offline too. The commentator was talking about how in the beginning of the season, and rather during the off season, Reagan was like, what do I need to do to get better? And whatever I need to do, I'm going to do it. And not for nothing, it's been showing in her play. She definitely lost weight. She's looking a little leaner up top.
Absolutely.
She's moving around a lot better. Obviously, she needs to do a better job to not get in foul trouble. She's still struggling with that for a little bit. But as far as like getting position, it is hard to get around Reagan Beers. As a previous post girly, that's a long night. She's a long night. I'm serious.
Yeah.
That's a long night. She's a big body. She gets her arms out wide when she's calling for the ball. She just takes up a lot of space. And she looked good on Thursday. She did get in foul trouble. But the physicality that she plays at, she looked good.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to her for, committing to doing what she needs to do in the off season to be prepared for the season, right? Like, I feel like we all go through this when we playing as student athletes. Like, you get to a point where it's like, yo, I want to be the best I can possibly become, and that also takes into account your nutrition and all the stuff like you have to do off the court. So like you can see her body has transformed. Like there's no question about that, and the girl's she's gonna seal you. She's gonna get position. So if you get caught deep in the paint, it's over for you because you're done. It's barbecue chicken, as Shaq would say. I feel like also too, where I would just like to see Reagan Beers grow is her learning how to create her own shot on the paint. Obviously she does a great job sealing and getting position, and them and her team doing a great job of making sure that they find her and they're actively looking for her. But for her to kind of continue to develop, she's going to have to figure out how not to just seal, but how to get the ball in the post, maybe try to, maybe face up and, get busy. But she's going to have to learn how to create her own shot as she gets, as she moves up. But she's She's doing a phenomenal job. And then Aaliyah Chavez just kind of went off. So it was kind of like a tale of two different halves for Aaliyah Chavez. In the first half, she really didn't hit anything. She probably had about 3 points in the first half. And then it was in the second half where you seen why she's one of the top freshmen in the country. You know, she was hitting threes left and right, and you could see her confidence. Confidence was through the roof. Like, people got to realize, like, I really especially love to see that she continued to play through her temporary slump in the first half. And that's what kind of propelled Oklahoma on their run to winning the game. I felt that at the end of regulation, South Carolina did not have a good possession. Like, I really thought that that Ravens should not have passed the ball at that crucial moment at the end of the game, because she was really the one who led the comeback, kind of, getting the steal in the open floor, pushing and getting those layups. I really feel like Raven should have kept the ball in her hands and tried to go for the last shot. They just kind of fell apart in overtime. And Aaliyah Chavez, I mean, I think she scored like 12 of 13 points in overtime.
She was gone.
She was blacking.
Like,
in the zone.
She was done. I was like, okay. She wasn't scared. And to your point, like, even though she wasn't, I think she may have ended regulation with like 9 points or something like that. Her assist, the fact that she was finding teammates, her vision is was showing, was on display. So yeah, no, she wasn't playing like she was scared. Yeah, she did. It was like again.
Yeah.
Again, literally, I think he was on the phone.
She hit another three. Like,
and
what?
He was like, again? Like, again? Yeah. That was a big game for Aaliyah. And Oklahoma just looked like they wanted the game more. They wanted the game. Sure. They took that game. They just wanted it more. And I feel like Dawn said something like that.
She definitely
did. In the post game, yeah. They just wanted it more. They played like it.
Facts.
So yeah, that is how that game went. I guess we could fast forward to today, since we on South Carolina. It was a tale of two games today.
Yeah. Facts.
South Carolina beat Vanderbilt. That's the game Brittany was talking about earlier, where basically you were saying it was underwhelming. You wasn't expecting Vanderbilt to underperform today.
Really wasn't. Was really kind of disappointed, but this was actually a bounce back game for South Carolina. Since they lost to Oklahoma in overtime. So y'all know Dawn Staley got in that. Y'all know. Y'all already know she came ready.
No, she did.
To practice those past couple of days. So that's why South Carolina looked like how they look today.
They came out.
Defense. They came out running.
And defense
defending.
Swarming. I was like, oh yeah.
Top notch. They had a lackluster performance. Right. Chantee was telling me in their game against Oklahoma, and you can see it when you watch the game. South Carolina gets a basket. Oklahoma's like, we don't care. Outlet.
Yeah, come on. And what? I said,
passes up, layup.
Y'all need to hurry up and get back.
South Carolina was looking real lax on defense versus Oklahoma. Like they were just breaking down. So this was a statement game for them to come out very on point defensively, and you've seen that. Vanderbilt just looked rattled from the beginning. Like they look rattled from the beginning, and they kind of just never recovered today. And that was unfortunate because I was really looking for, looking forward to seeing Aubrey Galvin get.
That's what I was about to say. They were missing her today.
Yeah, she was.
I like her. Today. Yeah, we've spoken about her, but they missed her today. They were in foul trouble early too. Jody said the same thing you said. I thought that game was going to be a goodie. We all did. We was expecting it to be much closer than what it was.
Yeah.
Right. Foul trouble early.
Right, and besides, she could shoot.
Yeah.
They outside. Yeah, it was foul trouble, rattle from the beginning.
Turnovers
left and right.
That 16 first half turnovers.
Yeah. They're not gonna do nothing with that.
No. Michaela Blake still had a decent game. She didn't shoot well from the field, but they was all on top of Michaela today. Which again that's attributed. I'm talking about South Carolina's defense. Like,
right.
They made her. I mean, Raven was, as we saw, Raven blocked a few shots. McKeer blocking shots. Like,
yeah,
the defensive intensity
was
there today. It was there today. So
yeah, you're gonna have to work for every point today.
You took the words out of my mouth. Like Michaela also had, she had to fight to get the 23 that she had. But they were definitely missing Galvin today and a few others. So yeah.
Facts.
But that's true. Yeah, it's true. So this was Vanderbilt's first loss of the season. UConn's the only undefeated team standing
on top of the mountain. And does anybody look better than them right now?
Not right now. And I know their schedule. The teams they've been playing, they've been smacking teams left and right.
Yeah.
The Big East is not the strongest conference. They just smacked Seton Hall. Yeah, Spendock. That's what I just exactly.
Right.
So, and that's no shade either. They just smacked, like I said, Seton Hall. I think yesterday they smacked them. But I'm still standing by UConn, even though they're not playing like the super contenders. That's what I'm gonna say. They're still showing up on offense and defense, and they look like a well-oiled machine. I ain't gonna lie. Brittany heard me last night. UConn's defense is top tier. It's swarming. The games I have caught, it's swarming. They're not letting you get nothing easy at all. Then on offense, they just have too many weapons.
Yeah. They just have a lot of high IQ players. That's what it is too. Like high IQ plus they're athletic too. Like, I mean, from Sarah to like the bench too. Like when Kylie Heckle comes off the bench, like she's pushing pace. Quinones, she's pushing. Sarah Williams, like she's battling down low. They obviously, I didn't mention the biggest person, AZ. Like when AZ's hitting shots, can you really beat them? Like when AZ and Sarah's hitting shots, I mean, and then everybody else, Shade hitting shots. I mean, and the fact that they all know their role, that's what makes UConn such a great team. They know their roles.
They don't do nothing outside what they know they are supposed to do and can do. And that's also what's impressive. Like, they're not rattled enough to go outside of what they know.
The system.
That's discipline. And that's also what makes them dangerous, is that they play with a lot of discipline. But I am rolling with what Spendoc said. They haven't played like
someone
like
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm waiting.
They play Tennessee soon. They play Tennessee February 1st. The rest of the games, I ain't gonna lie.
Not really impressive.
No, Brittany, no. No. So I am interested to see how they will show up. Come tournament time.
Right.
But I don't think I don't have them deviating from what they've been doing. I mean, that's a solid. It's what he's saying is solid.
A solid, plausible argument for sure. For sure.
I don't know either, but all I do know is that they won last year.
Yeah.
They came in with the same discipline. I'm expecting them to play with the same discipline.
Yeah.
No, the mighty definitely can fall. Mama Flag said that. The mighty definitely can fall.
All the time.
You see it. I agree. I'm just saying I like how they're looking. Regardless of the opponent, they're still showing signs of 2024, 2025 UConn Huskies. But we'll see.
Yeah. I also just wanted to say, because I forgot to say this, on Oklahoma, I really like Sahara Williams.
Yeah, I talk about.
Yes.
She's tough. That's a tough player.
Yes.
She plays on both ends of the floor, and she has a high motor. She is, she's a forward, but she's a workhorse. Bring back the word workhorse.
I can see her growing and getting like more guard skills, because she has that motor. Like she's just a solid. She makes the right plays. I really like her.
It takes pride in defense. Like I said, she's gonna talk a little. She's gonna do all the clapping. She's gonna get low. She's doing all the things. She's a competitor. That girl wants to win. She's gonna do whatever she needs to do to get the win. So I'm with you. I like her
for sure. And then the other one, Van, I like how she can hit a shot below the free throw line. Like every shot I've seen her like pull up and take underneath below the free throw line, automatic. And that's what you need from your guard. So the Oklahoma guards, really like them. Besides obviously Aaliyah Chavez. They all fit that team pretty well. I like that.
I agree. Today we also had Iowa versus Ohio State. I didn't watch this entire game. But Iowa won today 91-70. Again, Jelani Cambridge of Ohio State. She's been on an absolute tear. She had 26 points today, had 10 rebounds today, 4 assists today, 3 steals today. She's just been filling up the stat line every time we talk about Ohio State. We had Chance Gray on Ohio State. She has 16 points. Ava Watson, 10 points. But then on Iowa side, they had multiple people in double digits.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the stat line now. Addie Deal came off the bench and had 20.
20 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 block.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she produced for them today.
She did.
Hannah Stokey,
What year
18
is she in
points.
now? Junior? She's a
She
junior now.
I, she might
I
be a
think.
senior.
Really? That went by so fast.
Yeah. She had 18 points, 15 rebounds. Wow.
And seeing the development, I mean, we've talked about her before, just from freshman year and every year, just getting better, looking more comfortable being out on the floor. When she
Mm-hmm.
first started, she looked very like awkward, for lack of better
Right.
words. But looking a lot more smoother out there and comfortable.
For sure.
So yeah, that's a good win for Iowa. Also, USC fell to Michigan today, 73-67. I did see some highlights, and it looked like USC was fighting back and gained the lead
Hmm.
in the second half, but I think Michigan hit some key shots towards the end, which gave Michigan that win. Um, Michigan won 73-67. Um, we had Jazzy Davison. She had 11 points today. She didn't shoot too well from the field. I see. Shot 3 for 10. Had 7 assists though.
Your girl Cara Dunn lit it up today.
Yeah, you took the yeah. She had high 26 points. She shot 3 for 7 from the three. That girl shoots the ball.
Mm-hmm.
She can shoot.
And she had 10 rebounds.
That's a good.
Double.
Yeah, they needed more from Kennedy though. Kennedy Smith only had 5. It looked like she had foul trouble though.
And she had 8 turnovers.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Mm-mm.
Ooh. Yikes.
London Jones seemed to have a decent game today too. She had 12 points. I'm looking. They had 21 turnovers. Michigan, I like Michigan. We've talked about Michigan a handful of times on here. They're starting 5 or even coming off the bench. There was multiple people that had points, double-digit points today.
The whole starting 5.
But Olivia
Shot 50% from the field.
Yeah. She's good, man. Olivia
Really
Olsen's
good.
good, man.
She's a pro. Like, she's a pro. 8 rebounds also. She had 4 steals as well. I mean, when you just watch her play, you just tell that she's very comfortable with the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Great feel for the ball also. Like, I still remember man, it's just amazing to me how she moves. Just, she's a guard. Like, she's a tall guard. Like, and she understands just spacing and her spot. She understands getting to her spots. Like, that's why I like watching her play. She could pull out a trick or two out that bag, but she really is just simple. Let me get to my spots and I'm gonna kill you that way. So I might want to go back and watch this game just for the fun of seeing how this came down to the wire a little bit.
Right. Same. And I kind of want to go back to watching again. I didn't watch the games on Monday, but UConn smacked Notre Dame on Monday.
Yeah.
85-47.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt beat Michigan 72-69. I need to go back and watch those games. That game with TCU and Ohio State, and then based off what Spendock was saying, that was a goodie, and it seemed like it was. Ohio State won by 2. So I need to go back and catch that game. But that's our recap for some of the games this week. Make sure that you catch the games that we did discuss today. I plan on going back and catching some on replay. Yeah, Michigan is good.
They are.
They're a good team.
I just
They're a
really
good
like
team.
that they're Kim Mariko. She's showing why she's their all-time winningest coach. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
And shouts to Holloway on Michigan. I like her too. Good guard.
And Del Falls coming
yes.
off the
They got a good team.
like, too, and she played defense, so like I feel like we've seen them enough times this year to be like, yo, they're a Sweet 16, Elite 18. Like,
yeah,
I could possibly see them sneaking into the Final Four if they really catch and gain some momentum going into the tourney. So, yeah.
You shall see. Moving on. Trinity Rodman.
Yeah.
It's been a lot going on with Trinity, but she came up big this past week.
Yeah.
She is staying in the National Women's Soccer League. And she just signed with the Washington Spirit. I think for $2 million and some change. I wish we had like a round of applause audio, because I think she's the highest paid women's professional soccer player. So this is a big deal for her. This is a big deal. Historical. But what we've reported on this briefly, what's been going on with the union and then the National Women's Soccer League. And apparently the saga is still going. So although the Washington Spirit re-signed Trinity Rodman, and again, it's for a 3-year deal. The union filed a grievance against the National Women's Soccer League last week for instituting a rule called high impact player rule, but now it's called like the Rodman rule. The union said that the league's rule to allow teams to go $1 million over the salary cap for players who meet certain criteria violates its 2024 collective bargaining agreement. The league actually proposed this back in mid-December, and then the union immediately stepped in and was like, hey, this shouldn't move forward because, again, it goes against their CBA. But despite the pushback, the National Women's Soccer League still decided to move forward with the rule. And so that's kind of how we got to Trinity Rodman being paid the amount that she was paid. But I also don't want it to get lost in translation, like that they're like the union and the National Women's Soccer League are still battling it out because they're trying to get rid of that rule. And apparently, like, the union's been asking players, like, are they okay with this rule? And many of them are not. They're not okay with this rule being implemented. So we'll still have to keep you posted about. Oh, that's kind.
Thank you.
We'll still have to keep y'all posted about what's going to be happening with the Rodman rule and how this ultimately is going to affect future, players, and then also just the salary cap in women's soccer.
Right.
But again, shouts to Trinity. Shouts to Trinity for becoming the highest paid women's soccer player in the world.
I mean,
that's a big deal.
Before this, right? They didn't this get vetoed or something? Like
Yes.
the commissioner was like, nah, we're not having this, and
then went forward with it anyway.
Right.
Like, we don't care if it goes, to know that it's going against the CBA and y'all still do it anyway.
Right.
Is nuts.
Yeah.
So then what's the purpose of the union? And what's the purpose of the CBA? If you're gonna go against it anyway. Yeah. It's deeper than just this. Like, so I don't know how it's going to end, but again, we'll have to keep y'all posted about that. But again, shouts to Trinity Rodman. Amazing.
Yeah, that's Blake Shelton's boo. We in the Australian Open, so just reminding y'all, the Australian Open is going on right now. You know, we are big fans of Coco Golf over here, so
yes,
you know.
Yeah, the WNBA has no excuse. We gonna see what's going on. Yeah, pay the players.
Pay them. Pay them all in every league. Pay them.
Every league. Pay them players.
Yes.
And then I seen people saying, "Oh, you know, like,
oh my god."
Let me stop. I was gonna highlight that. I should highlight it.
I don't know. Scotty Barnes is a bucket, so I mean, I'll take that. I'll take it.
But yeah, no, pay the players, man. Pay the players. And speaking about the WNBA, Stewie spoke out this week saying she's seeing some like light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to CBA talks with the union and the W.
All right, I'll take it as a compliment. Thank
you.
You know, the 6, so
yeah. Okay. She said she sees some light at the end of the tunnel, but she didn't go into detail about, like, obviously what sparked her to say that.
Right.
But I will say that in this article that Brittany pulled up, they talk about Adam Silver kind of having conversation and then going to news outlets saying that he's excited to bring a women's league to Europe. It's just, that's how you, like, we're going through a whole CBA negotiation. The players are not only getting paid what they're due. We've already talked about equity.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really talked about, like, medical insurance. All this stuff is all these issues need to be addressed. But you're publicly talking about how excited you are to start a new women's league in Europe.
Yeah, I don't know where the priorities are. It's like
he said, we'd ultimately like to do a women's league in Europe as well, if we can figure out the correct model. Y'all don't even have the
we still trying to figure out the model for the WNBA here. Like, what
y'all have a hard time accepting the model that the union is like presenting, and
right. And we talking about building models overseas.
Jody said Liberty released an impressive marketing campaign for the new schedule, but no CBA. Yeah, I didn't see New York's. We're gonna get to Dallas's though. Because my girl Monaleo, they use my girl Monaleo for their campaign. But yeah, no CBA, but y'all talking about these new
they didn't release the schedule, right? What they said, May 8th. That's when we starting. This is
They
so
tryna-
unserious to me. This is so
Yeah.
unserious.
They trying to be on some business as usual. We talked about business as usual, but stop.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a slap in the face that he's talking about building a whole new league, and you got business to take care of here. You got
Right,
business
like
to handle here, which shows me that you really don't take this seriously. Everything's about money.
yeah.
That's what it is. What it's about. Very tragic play, but again, they trying to act like everything cool. It's business as it's business as usual. We'll keep y'all posted about that, but I think it was terrible for Adam Silver to talk about a potential league in Europe. Bad timing, horrible timing.
Bad timing. Like, we don't want to hear about that, right?
The players don't want to hear about that. The players continuously tell y'all like it's beyond like. Also, yes, like the pay, equity, fine, but like the lack of respect.
Mm-hmm.
The lack of respect is crazy and it's loud.
Right.
I think this was just completely tone deaf.
Correct.
Completely out of line, out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You got business here. Take care of business here first.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's about profit. People don't be, man. I'll start a whole rant. It's about profit. They don't care about these players. It's about money. So it's crazy, but we can't say we're surprised. We can't be surprised.
Not at all. At this point, I'm never surprised. I'm just got to do a big sigh.
Jody said, "Take care of home, Adam," and I'm done with Adam.
Yo,
Ooh.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know. Yeah, Tales of the Crypt. Yo, first of all, Tales from the Crypt. Now you about to have me. Yeah, Tales from the Crypt was scary. That was a scary movie.
Definitely had nightmares growing up.
What year did that come out?
I don't know.
Let me tell you. I remember the people coming out. The Portrait. Oh, no. I'm in my late 30s, and I didn't forget that.
Yeah.
Hearing the little feet with the
yeah.
Why did you even say that, Adam? Why did you bring that up?
Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt is crazy. Hi,
Chantee, what up?
Tales of the Crypt is crazy. But Adam's funny. But yeah, no, Adam Silver needs to do like it was no. Handle business at home. We can talk about all that other stuff later. I also want to say that we found out that Stewie will be starting a podcast with Miles Turner. It's going to be on iHeart, and it's obviously going to feature both of them, like I just said, and it's going to be called Game Recognizes Game with Stewie and Miles. It's going to be a weekly show that launches January 28th, and they're going to be talking about everything from basketball to pop culture, their personal interests, and everything else. So,
personal interest, I already know Miles is going to bring up his Lego collection because he puts Legos together.
What's up with Legos being like a big thing now? I think they just, I feel like they just showed, and I could be wrong, but I don't think so, like Cambridge of Ohio State. I feel like today during a timeout, they showed like half of her room and there was a bunch
Lego builds. Yeah, it's a thing now.
Yeah.
People be doing the Lego builds. Yeah. Nah, fact.
Yeah,
Facts.
we love. I mean, that's women's sports, right? Especially the WNBA. The players ain't never been afraid
To
to
say,
speak on their political views. Never.
yeah,
And that's why we also love them.
correct.
Yeah. I saw
Yeah,
Joe, shout out to Stewie
yeah,
for the state.
yeah.
Yeah.
Get ice up out of here.
Don't get me started.
Look, man.
Yo.
Yeah, Stewie. Yeah. I mean, the women, we know they always gonna put everything else before themselves. Okay. So again, I'm not surprised here. I'm this is what they do.
That's what we all need to do.
What they do.
That's what we all need to do. Yeah, shouts to Bree. Shouts to Stewie. Yo. I believe that.
They everywhere, yo. And it's sad.
Be diligent. Speak up. Gotta protect yourself. But yeah, that's all I have for the CBA talks right now. Last week we talked about how, there was a bunch of, articles talking about how unrivaled numbers are seeing record low, or rather they are low, and that season 2 is not doing as well as season 1. We said this is like the market. Just things are settling, right? The numbers aren't terrible. The merch numbers are up. Attendance is fine. And then early this week, Unrivaled put out some numbers. So they're on track to bringing in $40 million this season. Does it sound like they have a problem? 40 million?
No.
They ain't got no problem. They up 48%, which is 48% from last season. Their impressions are up on social media by 27%. Merch sales are up by 54%. 75% of the league is on multi-year deals, and then 95% of the league partners are returning.
Yeah, I mean, we said don't get swayed by the initial numbers. Like, they were trying to tell us right when we reported last week about viewership numbers being down. Okay. That's one side of the story. That's one set of numbers. We got a lot of other set of numbers and data to pull from. So, I mean, Chantee just said it just now. They're bringing in $40 million.
Like, come on now. And again, their backers are still there.
Right. I mean, I feel like Sephora, they really riding the die. They named the arena. They put they name on the arena.
They locked in. They're supporting Unrivaled.
Right.
Yeah. Then you had new investors. So like it's fine, y'all. Like they fine. They fine. They only in year 2.
Right.
They still building, but they're doing an amazing job. They're doing an amazing job for this just to be the second season.
Right. Like, stop. Right.
Exactly.
They still do the Pro Bowl? Like, that's how I feel. Like, what? I've never watched the NFL Pro Bowl. Like,
I don't watch the NFL for real, so.
Right. Like, I seen that the AFC Championship was on today. I was like, oh. Like, I don't watch that stuff.
Yeah. But shouts to Unrivaled.
Right.
You want to talk about Naomi Osaka?
Yeah, I guess this is kind of going into the injury report segment, if you will. It's unfortunate that we seen what happened to Naomi before her withdrawal even happened, when she in the second round, when she played against, I don't even know her name, but they had she beat whoever it was, and then they had a little exchange at the net.
Madison English or something like that. I think
Yeah,
that was her. Yeah.
I mean, a
Enough with
lot
the
of these,
hate.
a lot of
Yo,
these tennis players is like, what's up with y'all?
y'all
Y'all,
hate.
y'all in
Y'all,
an individual sport, and it's like y'all can't gracefully take a L. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what is this? What is this culture of y'all taking L's and not bowing down gracefully? Like, yo, we seen this last year with what's her name? When she
yeah,
went back and
with
forth.
Taylor.
Yeah.
But
Like,
it's been with like multiple. It gotta stop. And yeah, it's like Shanae said, I'm proud of Naomi for talking about. Yeah,
correct.
take the L.
And be well.
Be
Okay. Like,
take the L and be well.
yes, bye-bye. Like, it's all within the game of sport. You win some, you lose some. You know what? And Naomi said it mad funny too. She was probably just mad because this is her last Australian Open.
I
And
said,
okay.
oh, I said, oh.
She was like, she just suddenly came at her, and I was just like, yes, Naomi, use that throat chakra. Okay. So I was really looking forward to her just continuing to move forward, and then we got hit with this unfortunate withdrawal. So Naomi had to withdraw because of an on lingering abdomen injury, um, which is very unfortunate. Like, I was, after her coming back from, just being pregnant, having her daughter, it's hard for us to get back in that groove of things. So to see her just, she's a two-time Australian Open champion already. And, she kind of joked. Chantee is also going to show her like stunning outfit that she came out with at the beginning of the tournament. But like, she talked about how like your body goes through changes when, after you become a mom. And that is, the truth. I'm a mom myself. I have two kids, and after both pregnancies, things have changed. Okay, things have significantly changed. So I get it, and I think that probably had something to do with her injury. She stated that it was an injury that she's had a couple of times, and she thought that she could push through it. But you as a player, your limitations, and how hard you can kind of push yourself. And she said that basically after her last match, she had some pain, and she thought that she could kind of push through it, and she knew that once she kind of tried to warm up before her match, the third round match, she was like, it got kind of a little bit worse. So um when an athlete pulls out and withdraws their name, that the injury is very significant. So wishing Naomi well, and hoping that she just bounces back and takes as much time as she needs. Like, I really kind of want to debunk the slogan of like a healthy, like a speedy recovery. Like, we're wishing her a speedy recovery. Like, I don't like that term, because a speedy recovery doesn't mean a healthy one. Like, you can come back and still not be all the way healthy. So I'm really just wishing for a healthy recovery for her. And when she's ready to come back, we still here waiting for you, girl. Like, so just unfortunate to hear that she had to withdraw, but loving that we got to see her at all.
Right. And I love the outfit. Nike let her have full creative control with it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, shouts to Naomi, wishing her well. And I'm sure we'll see her soon.
For sure. And kind of just continuing to move on in the same realm. I'm always on here talking about, protect your feet, the feet of the foundation. We just continuing to see more injuries. So it was reported that on January 21st of Wednesday, January 21st, Kayla McBride unfortunately suffered a torn quad muscle in her right thigh while training during a training session in Turkey with her overseas team Fenerbahce. They did not say when she's due to return. There's no timetable. We don't know how severe the tear is. They haven't released all that information. But I just think that this is another kind of like big blow to the Minnesota Lynx. Obviously we know that Fee is had the ankle surgeries for both of her ankles. And she's a significant piece for the Lynx. And then this is kind of like her right hand right here, with Kayla McBride kind of going down. It's just kind of unfortunate because this too is all within the realm of the knee, right? Like protecting your knees, protecting your feet strength. Like the quad is one of the key areas that you have to keep strengthened for you to continue to have like resilient and strong knees. So it's just unfortunate that we're seeing these injuries kind of continue to happen. She's 33 years old. She's I feel like she's played more than she will moving forward. Like she's on the latter end of her kind of career. So you always want to try to stay healthy going into the latter stages of your career. So just obviously again, healthy recovery for Kayla McBride. And then we seen Jimmy Butler go down. And it's unfortunate to see Jimmy Butler go down because, I feel like he was just finally getting his stride with the Warriors. He just got traded from last season from the ugly breakup him and the Miami Heat kind of had him, him and Pat Riley kind of going back and forth. It was not really nice to see last year, but it kind of felt like he was just getting his footing with the Warriors and figuring out his role on the team. So, and it was kind of also disheartening because they said that Jimmy Butler just kept saying that he was supposed to take his kids to the arcade after he did this, and just was kind of delirious after it happened and just in shock. They said he said that about 4 times after it happened, and this is a big blow. Like, and this too was a non-contact injury. Like if you watch the video, you see him just come down in that plant. And that's what it really only takes for this to happen. That's why making sure that you train for injuries is really important. Being able to prepare yourself for like awkward landings and just tight spaces. That was a real tight space that he landed in, jumping to get the ball. So I'm just, again, prayers are up for these players, and we're hoping for a healthy recovery for all of them. ACL tears usually take about a year. It's going to take about a year to recover. And I'm not sure how long it's going to take. What's the timetable for Kayla McBride's return, because we don't know what the severity of the tear is. We talked about there being three grades of tear, so they didn't even tell us that. So yeah, prayers up.
Moving on to Cody McMahon. We saw this past week that Anscape, shouts at Ariel, excuse me, Chambers, because
she definitely broke the news.
She did, and it's beyond sports. Like that's all I thought about when I read the article, and then also when I watched the 4.5 minute clip that you and I were talking about earlier, about Cody. So Cody had a conversation with Ariel about her having PCOS and her finding out that she had PCOS before she transferred to Ole Miss. She, entered the transfer portal last year, I think in her junior year. She originally played at Ohio State. And she said that she was noticing like she was gaining weight and like she was, suffering from extreme fatigue, along with other symptoms that pointed her, to do her own due diligence to determine what was going on with her. So number one, I wanted to give a shout out for Cody for even doing that, because most people ignore signs or what their body is telling them on a regular basis. So for her to not ignore those signs, she needs to be that needs to be highlighted. Number one. Number two, when she got to Ole Miss, she let the training staff and I think also the coaches know that that's what she thought was going on. And they immediately, let her get all the testing done that she needed to get done. Helped her with like her nutrition, got her surrounded up by the proper people at Ole Miss, for her to feel comfortable. And she talked a little bit about, her aligning with what made her transfer to Ole Miss. I watched another interview of hers and she was just talking about how she actually was not gonna go to Ole Miss. She had no intention of going to Ole Miss, but once she spoke to Coach Yo, that's kind of what did it. She was just talking about how Coach Yo was really speaking to her at the time, and she just felt connected to Coach Yo, mainly also because she's a Black woman. And that's why representation also matters. PCOS is very prevalent in Black women. And she also talks about how, the medical system often does not listen to or provide resources and just focus and love towards Black women support. She also mentioned that, which is true. And she talked about how important it was and how much she appreciated playing for a Black woman, and how Coach Yo can understand a lot of the things that she was facing. Coach Yo mentioned, she wasn't familiar with PCOS, but learned very quickly what it was. How she just has been speaking life into Cody, and then also Cody mentioned how she just speaks life into everybody on the team. That's just how Coach Yo is. It was just a really good article, and again, it just reminds us that it's beyond the sport, right? And her, this is a form of vulnerability. She didn't
Right.
have to share this,
Right.
but I think it's not even. I know it wasn't. It's important for her to share. Because I'm sure that there's other people, not just athletes, but other people that may have similar symptoms or going through the same thing and not knowing what's going on. It's a stark reminder to pay attention to your body and make sure that you're going to the doctor. If
Right.
something feels off, go check it out. And make sure that you advocate for yourself, because that's also something that she talks about.
Bingo.
It's the advocating, like speaking up, and letting it be known, like, no, this is what it is. Because when I was listening to her, that's exactly what it seemed like she was saying. Like, oh, after I did my due diligence, I knew I had PCOS, and that's what I said. I didn't give a doctor or anybody a chance to tell me otherwise. Like,
Right.
I know that this is what that is. So I love the article. I love that they covered this, and I hope that it just encourages other people to like do the same.
Right. I think you hit the nail on the head. Just talking about advocacy for yourself, self advocacy. It's very important that we, as just people in general, advocate for ourselves. You know what's going on in your body. You know yourself best, right? So, like, the doctors and all these other people are supposed to be your support team to help you maintain your level of health. If you know something is wrong, you got to do your due diligence. You got to advocate for yourself. Don't let people tell you what is going on. Don't take their answers for like as the end all be all. Always making sure that you getting other opinions and stuff like that. Cross checking. So I love this. It's just promoting us. We got to listen to our bodies and communicate that to the people around us. Things like this can give perspective, right? Give people perspective about things. Like she's playing with this as a Division 1 athlete. That this is a very taxing and demanding lifestyle. So for her to be vulnerable enough to kind of share this is commendable. And this just, I hope this encourages other young, like, just female athletes to kind of like just get more in touch and understand more about yourself. you know um we talk about this all the time. We're always learning ourselves as we continue to get older and older, and it's just it's good to see that from earlier ages that they're having these conversations. So shout out to Cody, and shout out to Ari Chambers for even reporting this story.
Yes, and shout out to Ole Miss, because it seems like as soon as
Mm-hmm.
Cody communicated, they
Right.
gave her the resources and support that she needed, and that's all that any of us could ask for. Like, for like there to be quick
Mhm.
action after I
Right.
share that with you. So shouts to Ole Miss. And yeah, this was a great story to share.
Yeah.
Um,
We hope y'all check it out if y'all can.
yes, make sure that you do. We are now going to turn to NIL news / college sports news. This was
Mhm.
crazy. Okay, so last week and probably the week before then, Brittany and I were talking on our live about how G League players are finding themselves back in college. So
Right.
they signed contracts in the G League. They may not have played. Most of them have not played. Or did play rather. But didn't find themselves signing any contracts, I guess, with the NBA or playing in actual NBA games, even though yes, the G
Mhm.
League, we understand the relationship with the G League and the NBA.
Right.
But the players that are in the G League, they have a handful of them have found themselves back in college, um, on scholarship. So anyway, with that being said, what came out this week is what y'all see on this on this slide, which is crazy. So Betty Akko, he played yesterday, I believe. He played yesterday.
Wow.
Um, he played in the G League. He was looking to get back into college and play at Alabama, which again I believe he played yesterday. I think his first game was yesterday against Tennessee. To give y'all more background, he previously did play for Alabama. He played from 2021 to 2023. Um, and was suing the NCAA and is currently suing the NCAA to seek reinstatement of his remaining eligibility despite leaving Alabama and declaring for the NBA draft in 2023. Like I said, the same thing with many G League players or people or rather players coming back to play in college. He never played in the NBA, but signed a two-way contract with the Spurs in 2023. He played in the G League as recent as last Saturday, January 17th.
Oh, he's a pro then. So no,
He's a pro,
he's a pro. No.
but played college hoops yesterday. So, but this is the crazy part. So, the judge overseeing um this whole thing, his name is Jim Roberts, and he and his wife, Mary Turner Roberts, have connections with Alabama. So not only is he the judge determining whether Betty Akko can actually come back and play at Alabama, they also are they're boosters. They're also donors. They're donors. They're donors. So they're listed as active athletic donors on the Crimson Tide Foundation website with lifetime contributions between $100,000 and $249,000. So one may look at this and be like, well, isn't there a conflict? Because, like,
Yeah.
how are you determining whether he could play? Yeah, come on, Spendoc.
Right.
Talk about it. It is a conflict. And he should have been removed. He should have recused himself. But he
Right.
didn't do that, which is even crazier. I also want to say that his wife, Mary Turner Roberts, she is actually representing another Alabama student athlete who's currently on trial in a criminal case.
Is this the one that had the gun with the dude from Alabama?
I
Yeah,
think
is
that's
this?
what.
Yeah, he went on to get drafted.
Yeah,
Remember?
Yeah. I think that is
Whoa.
it. Yeah, his wife is a
Whoa.
lawyer on the defense team for former Alabama teammate Darius Miles, who is said to stand trial for capital murder in a
Uh-huh.
2023 shooting, which we
Yeah.
did cover. Yes, we did. So yes, there's a lot of connections,
Whoa.
conflicts, and there's a lot of NCAA eligibility lawsuits actually happening now, and
Right.
judges have recused themselves. Like, some judges have enough sense to go, I'm gonna remove myself. The fact that this judge did not and he got away with doing this. It's
What that
very
tell
crazy.
you? What that tell you?
There's no checks and balances nowhere.
It's
There's
all
no
about
checks and
the.
balances.
It's
It
all
is
about
all
the.
about the money. Correct. It's about the money.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
This was kind of. It's not even kind of. This is crazy. So, just want to put that on your radar. That number one, like we said last week and the week before last, we got G League players, professional players coming back to seek the remainder of their eligibility.
Yeah.
Many of them are finding their way back. Also, overseas players are also finding their way back. I wish we had the da-da-da-da.
Right.
Because Spendoc, yeah.
Be on the money.
Just roll tide. Yes. So
it's terrible.
We've had coaches speak out on this.
Yeah,
NCAA like just
from Tom Izzo to John Calipari.
Yes.
Just it really is just abominable. Like I don't.
It's the Wild Wild West still. The fact that Brittany and I was talking about the Wild Wild West, the NIL just piece being the Wild Wild West back in 2021, 2022, and it's still
very much so that way, like Wild Wild West ish going on.
Stuff is just on the table now. Yeah. Like this was I have no doubt. I mean, granted, we haven't just things are out on the table. That's all I'm saying. There's no hiding. We're seeing the BS.
Right.
It's up close and personal. This is crazy. The judge has an interest in this player playing. This is crazy.
Correct. Correct.
This is nuts. I hope people really understand how crazy this is. This is crazy. So
right.
It's about money, like you said.
Like he don't wanna say no, I shouldn't be on this case. No, I'm going to be on this case. I am a booster and I gotta make sure this goes through.
This player plays.
We got games to win. We got games to win. I got pockets to be filled.
That's
it's this is why we say why integrity is so important. Like,
forget my license, my law license. Forget the oath I took.
Man,
we need him to play. I'm gonna tell my comrades I'm gonna get it done because that's what he did. He told them like, "Oh, I'm gonna make sure I'm on this case, and I'm gonna make sure."
Yeah.
But
this is some blue chips. This is what
I'm saying. Do we understand how?
Go back and watch that movie. Go back and watch Blue Chips and just see how he crashes out at the end. Cause he talked about donors and money and gifts and oh man, this is yeah. Right.
I don't know. If I had to assume, I think he only has one more year left. Another shot at the NBA or a lifetime career. I don't.
Wow.
Maybe he thinks this is gonna, which I feel like that's the case for majority of them. They feel like this is gonna have their stock raised.
Another opportunity to raise their chances.
Of actually playing in the NBA.
You're really going backwards. You're really going backwards, though. Like,
I just don't think it's fair to, first of all, the players on these teams, right? You got players on these teams that had the first fight to get the scholarship.
Right.
Then I got to fight to try to get a starting spot or just a spot on the floor. Then you got a professional coming back. These are professionals coming back and making it harder, even harder for me to get on the floor, potentially, or taking somebody's spot.
Correct.
And a scholarship.
Correct.
You're taking spots and money?
Yeah.
And if he played for this year or the next, like, what happened to I'm telling you, high school basketball players is getting hard. It's getting tougher by the day. It's getting tougher by the day. He's a professional. So, like, some coaches may be like, I ain't gotta tell him too much. He know the game better than some of the players on the team. That's how some of these coaches got to be thinking.
Yeah.
What was that coach at Louisville we talked about? They just picked up a previous professional athlete. We covered it, but I wonder what he thinks now about this.
Right.
You know, so no checks and balances
at all.
No integrity
at all.
This is not good. So just wanted to put that on your radar.
Wow.
That's what we have for college sports news. We don't have any tech news today. But I think Jody brought this up earlier. You know, a lot of the WNBA teams were rolling out their schedule for this upcoming season, if we have one. And
right.
I love that the Dallas Wings had Monaleo, who's a rapper from Dallas, as part of their marketing campaign. I thought it's cool. Like that, it was cool, and it still is cool. And I love seeing the crossover between like hip hop artists and just music artists in general with women's hoops. I think today we saw Trina was actually at Unrivaled.
Oh, that's fire.
So like again, the crossover is there. Like it's there. You know, even during the WNBA season last year, last year you had Usher. You saw how Asia Wilson was hyped to see Usher. Like there's artists pulling up to these games. So I love that. I don't know who was on the Dallas Wings team, like marketing team, to think, well, okay, Monaleo, she's from Dallas. She's been hot. She's been coming out with heat.
Yeah.
We should put her in this campaign. Whoever came up with that idea, you tapped in. And that's a good job. Because also having, and you're also marketing to a new audience, because I'm sure some of her supporters, when I say her, I'm talking about Monaleo, they may not watch the W. They may not watch women's basketball. So now you're gathering a whole new group of potential new consumers.
Correct.
Smart. Brilliant. Yeah. I was happy to see it. Brittany, you know how I feel about Monaleo. So I was happy to see it. I was like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, the little commercial they had that they did with her was fire. I mean, what did they call her? The chief turn officer? Something like that. Chief turn.
The CDO.
Yeah. It's I mean, that's what we should be doing. I mean, the cross marketing, the intersections, like we already talk about how music and sports are always they're connected. I mean, it's
AI.
It's
I always go back to AI. That AI commercial with one of the greatest commercials ever to showcase what you just said. Like that intersection is just I don't know. It warms my heart. It brings out so much like creativeness on both sides. Also, this is random, but I did see that, you know, LMA is obviously dating Jason Tatum, and LMA is about to release an album, and Jason Tatum is listed as an executive producer on that album.
Oh, wow.
Again, just to The crossover, the intersection.
Yeah. We like that. I mean, another crossover, if we want to talk about it, Coco Jones being the fiance of, old boy in Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see something down the line when with Coco and because we bringing back the Cleveland team. Maybe Cleveland Rockers get down with Coco to do an intro or something. Like, you know, right? Like, I don't know. It's just things that we see.
Yes, no, yes. I did see this.
Yeah.
Is there a way to opt out of that?
Right.
Ain't no privacy and nothing. Like, the United States, if you live here, we gave up our privacy rights a long time ago. It really is disheartening.
Facts.
Thank you for that, Spin Doc. That's crazy. They have access to reading your emails and your photos.
Yeah, that's kind of scary. I mean, they starting to try to do whatever they want to do.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's all we have for today's show.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my kids are really loud.
It's okay. Thank y'all for tapping in for episode 115. Is it 115? 116.
116, yeah.
Jeez.
116.
We on 116. We appreciate y'all. Make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms. Let us know what you would like for us to cover. If there was something we did not cover that you would like for us to speak on or talk about, let us know. DM us. Follow us. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. Watch this on replay. Share this episode. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Right. Adam from the 6. You was new in the chat today, so
Adam from the 6.
Right. Please.
Canada.
Subscribe. Canada, if you only knew.
Yeah.
If you only knew.
So we appreciate y'all. We'll be back next Sunday.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, make sure y'all following us again. If you're on Twitter, please follow us individually and collectively. 21 titles collectively. I'm Wellness Brit, 3 S's, and Chantee is Tay Gets It Done 24. Yeah. Feel free to hit us up. Again, we don't bite. If you have something to say, DM us and we'll try to get back to you in a timely manner. So we hope that y'all are safe in the snow. Hoping, it ends well for all of us. Okay. So just remember, everybody stay safe, stay warm, and stay diligent. Okay. So until next week, we'll see y'all. Thank y'all again. Peace.